So Italy's not done here, but they're going to have a tough time because they lost a lot of land. Germany's going to be okay, though. On the other hand, I think they still can make a comeback. They've got some good alliances. But yeah, definitely kind of, I think Russia and France both seem to be the big victors here. So something that we discussed over the break was the possibility of Russia having to, I mean, eventually it's going to happen. Russia is going to have to remove, Italy's not going to be a valid rival at some point. So who does Russia rival at that point? Drew, come on. At that point, who is Russia rival? Obviously, the British have rivaled Russia back. That wasn't like that before, but I guess the British are down for that whole task. Who doesn't like Russia? The British, obviously. The Italians, obviously. Sweden, not so much, but Sweden is not big enough. I don't think that's going to happen. The USA is neutral. 5 opinion of Russia. Possibly the USA. Oh, Turkey might definitely be, but I don't know if Turkey's big enough either. Turkish opinion of Russia is -40. The Germans, Turkey, or the USA. One of those 3 are going to rival. It's going to be the rival of Russia. And honestly, 2 of those 3 really are not going to be able to stand up to them. The USA, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. The Germans really need to kind of get their stuff going again. First of all, maybe attacking the Netherlands would be a good idea, even though the Netherlands are allied to Russia. Maybe wait for your time to strike. Oh, look at this. Very smart move. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Denmark was... So Denmark's only allied to... Perfect. There you go. So the Germans could technically go to war with Denmark. Also go to war with the Dutch at the same time. They'll be fine. They do need to somehow connect these lands that they stole away from Sweden. And that would help out a lot. Obviously, controlling this pass through the Baltic Sea would be big because Russia is going to get a bigger and bigger hold. It's not going to be that much because they don't have as many coastal provinces, but Russia will have a growing strength out of the Baltic Sea, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that if Russia was going to build their fleet anywhere, it'd be the Baltic Sea, but it could also be the Black Sea as well. Or I guess the Pacific. I mean, obviously, Russia has a lot of choices for where they could possibly build. Yeah, I mean they can kind of do a lot of different things here. Right now there's only what is going on? And Russia decided to so maybe Turkey will be their next rival because Russia is guaranteeing and is coming to the aid of Yemen to gain their independence over Turkey. Turkey called them the Papal State and Ethiopia. Wow. The Pope is allied to Turkey. That is an interesting situation. I don't know how that came up. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Turkey being technically a secular nation, but you know, the state religion. Well, the state religion is secular, but most of the religion, it's almost all Sunni. The population inside of here. Anyways, will the Russians be able to... Yes. Okay. I'm not even going to ask that question. Yeah, they're coming down from the Caucasus Mountains, and they're sending over forces. There's no way Turkey's going to be able to stop them, I don't think. Turkey isn't nearly as strong enough, and Ethiopia is not going to help out, I don't think, at all. Is Ethiopia even westernized? No, they're still technically part of the Muslim tech group. I'm sure Turkey's the same. Oh, no, Turkey's westernized now, but they don't have the numbers. So Yemen is going to get their independence. Now, I don't think Russia can take anything out of this war at the same time. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing Constantinople is the capital? Of course it is, yes. All right, so Russia is not stopping. And they've got an okay alliance. Okay alliance, nothing too crazy. It's not like as great of an alliance as we saw in the starting date for the World War II extended era timeline. That was ridiculous. How many, because the top nation, well, actually, top nation wasn't technically Germany, but Germany had way too many allies, and so did China. So that was just a huge, huge mess. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting to see. Oh, and there it is. No, Japan going after Mongolia. I talked about in the last video how I wondered why Japan wasn't going after China. Is that due to alliances? Oh, independence guaranteed by Russia. That's why. So Russia really doing a lot right now. They're guaranteeing Afghanistan, Persia, Yarkand, and China. This is a really, really strong Russia, unlike we've ever seen before. So this is going to be interesting to see how the other AIs manage to combat against this. One start would be a strong Germany. So Germany is liked, the Japanese like Germany, 45 opinion. The Germans like the Japanese. So this is where it could start here. I understand the, it's not technically irony, but you guys know what I'm saying. I understand the irony in that statement. And the irony of the situation where the Germans and the Japanese might have to ally against the Russians. But yeah, I think they have to. I can't see them really. I mean, Japan only has one ally too, so I think it's also going to help when rivals come into play. When more people start to rival Russia, which I'm just shocked. I'm shocked and appalled. No, but I'm shocked that. Oh, and look at that. So Italy's no longer the rival of Russia. Now it's Turkey, but Turkey's going to get hurt pretty badly here. And I don't know if that rival is going to stay up for much longer. So they're going to have to shift to somebody else very soon. Maybe the USA. Maybe Germany. We'll see. Did China's border or font just move? I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, yeah, I did notice that Japan had eaten up Mongolia. So that's a thing. Australia's staying very quiet. Obviously still allied to the British, but staying very, very quiet. Surprised they didn't attack the Dutch just yet. Which, do the Dutch and the British like each other? Not really. Yeah, no, not really. Actually, a lot of people really don't like the British in this scenario. Germany hates them. Russia, Turkey, Italy, Spain. And Portugal's okay. Portugal's okay. You know, this might be actually very interesting. Austria has a chance of now being the new Italy in the sense of like attacking down south, eating up Serbia, Croatia, Romania, Albania. You're also going to see a much weaker Turkey. So Austria could technically try something like that. I mean, especially because of the fact that Germany and Austria are going to apparently want to work together. But then again, I mean, the Italian AI is going to want to gain back their cores. Well, their cores, they're not going to be able to get that stuff back from Russia or France. So, I mean, but they could technically make a comeback. I mean, they started the game like this. They did lose Roma, which is actually not that well developed. I thought it'd be way more developed. Umbria? Is that the correct pronunciation? Probably not. I know I'm slaughtering it. I apologize. But yeah, no, development's not super high. There's 31. There's a few 31s that they have. Maybe. I mean, they did lose a lot, obviously, of developments losing, or I guess with the birth of the papal state, the birth of the Pope. Yemen's going to gain their independence, it looks like. But yeah, like I said, I don't think Russia can also take land away from this. I don't think Russia is also going to be able to take their own land while also guaranteeing the independence of somebody. That's just too much. I can't see that happening. What's going on here? Anything? Oh, Afghanistan allied to Oman. I think we knew about that. And yeah, Ethiopia is trying to help, but actually, who is Ethiopia allied to? One of the smaller nations along Eastern Africa? Oh, the French. I didn't know that. When did the French and the Ethiopians become allied? Must have been relatively soon. France allied to the British, Russia, and Ethiopia. That is, okay, so you know what else is kind of interesting? Argentina and Chile. Okay, so someone is going to finally eat up the southern part of South America. And it's going to make Latin America even more interesting. We've got Bolivia here just doing a great job. I think they did end up having to... Was this a part of Bolivian territory? I have no idea. All I know is Bolivia's looking good. And yeah, if Argentina eats Chile, then this is going to be really interesting. Oh, Argentina hates Bolivia. So yeah, there's going to be a makeshift alliance between, I think, the Brazilians and Argentina. Bolivia might ally to Venezuela, maybe Mexico. Mexico just ate up a bunch of land from Guatemala. And I'm assuming that they're going to go after Panama at some point. Peru and... Oh, you can't. Smart pickups. Smart alliances for Panama there. Getting an alliance with Peru and Venezuela. That is... it's pretty genius. It's a pretty genius move. 1969, we're approaching the 70s quite quickly. And we should see a peace deal very soon with Turkey. Yeah, so Argentina's got 30 war score right now. And some of the smaller nations inside of British India still going at it. are you guys? Is anybody off in Eastern China? I'm sorry, Eastern Asia. Are they allied to anybody? Tibet, Bhutan, Nepal? Nepal, Bhutan. China's trying to just chill, I guess. China's not... Oh, who are you guaranteeing? You're guaranteeing Afghanistan and Bhutan? Is it Bhutan? Bhutan. I think it's Bhutan. And yeah, your own independence is being guaranteed as well. But that also... So what I was going to say is that this alliance between what France is dealing with, there's no way this is going to stay up there. This is going to continue. France being allied to these two, which are rivaled. That's not a good sign, and they're going to have to make a choice eventually on who they want to actually ally to. It would be interesting to see a Russian-French alliance. I don't know how likely that is. Oh, okay, so what happened here? Nope, Russia doesn't care. I guess you can take away land, even though you are guaranteeing. And boom, look at Yemen now. So now Turkey really hurting. Turkey really hurting, and you got all this land open for someone like Austria or Italy to regain. Yeah, Italy and Germany are no longer... they were forced to annul that alliance that they had previously. So that is something that is kind of unfortunate for them. Russia is going crazy, though. Oh, and did they just... Oh, my goodness. Romania is now the vassal of Russia. So I kind of want to check on development really quick just to see. Russia, the British. The British are only like less than 200 or a little bit more than 200 points behind. And the USA a little bit more than 300 points behind. And then France and Germany, pretty big drop off there. But the French, I think it's still likely that the French choose to aid the British or continue to aid the British. Let's see who they rival next. Right now it's just the British, but they're going to choose something soon, I think. They want German lands now, Austrian. They want to go into Scandinavia. They definitely want Japanese lands as well. How about America? America wants Cuba, but that's about it. Ooh, Bolivia. They really want some more, man. They want some more land, don't they? Venezuela wants Brazil. And yeah, France wants to take more of German and Italian lands. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what France is, or how France is going to choose this. Japan also rival to France. Let's check opinion. How much is that hurting them? If we go into the opinion map mode, we should be able to kind of check. Okay, so it looks like 130 Russian opinion of France, 174 for the British towards the French, allied to the rival. See, that's a pretty big penalty, but it's not the biggest penalty in the world. I just don't think it's going to stay up there, right? I don't think it's going to be there this entire... I don't think both these alliances can remain through the entire campaign. 1970. We have arrived to 1970. Any new wars? Yes. Now Italy is starting to move in, this time back to Croatia. Argentina only 26 war score over Chile. How are they doing? Oh yeah, Croatia has nothing. So this is going to be the long, slow grind back for the Croatians, I think. All right, boom, just like that, they've been eaten up. Now, what does Italy and Austria feel about each other? Because they really need to get like a little makeshift three-way alliance here. Three-way alliance, I think, would be obviously really helpful for these Central European countries, since that they're not really liked. Oh, you know, Austria and France like each other, which is strange. Why? Why is that? Austria's opinion. You do have a little bit of aggressive expansion, and a tiny bit of border friction, but nowhere near nothing that would, be that much of an impact. Border friction really, as a whole, doesn't really have that much of an impact as it used to. In the beginning of EU4's life cycle, oh my goodness, border friction was ridiculous. You'd have like a few provinces bordering, like 3 or 4 provinces bordering a great power. It's just like boom, -1,000 border friction points. I mean, it wasn't that drastic, but it was still huge. The points, it was ridiculous. What is Yemen gonna do now that they're free? Oh, yeah, that's what I would do too. Allied to Russia, why not? They just saved you. So now Russia's allied to the French, the Dutch, Yemen. Okay. And the USA just chilling here with a Canadian... Mexico alliance. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder, how did that work out? Notice Mexico and Canada really not feeling each other. Rivaled, yeah, so they're rivaled, which, I mean, that usually is what happens. The thing is, though, USA usually takes the favor of Canada. They usually take the side of Canada and then, dislike Mexico as well. But yeah, no, I mean, this, imagine a USA that doesn't aid Canada, but aids Mexico instead. We have seen the Americans attack the Canadians in previous AI-only battles in EU4. I don't know. I mean, one of the... France attacking Darfur. That is... wait, exactly... Oh, there they are. That is just a very small nation, though. Is that really worth it? I mean, I don't think that's the nicest thing you could do. Boom, just like that, they're going to get eaten up. And I think France has to core it first before they can give it... Before it becomes French Equatorial Africa? Equatorial Africa? I think. Not 100% about that, but I'm pretty sure. Now, what does Italy do next? Italy still has... See, what's hurting Italy right now... Oh, never mind. I'm going to... Shut up, Drew. Shut up. Just shut up. Don't say anything. I was going to say what's hurting Italy right now is the aggressive expansion that they had built up over time, but no, it's been a while since they've attacked anybody, so a lot of that aggressive expansion is gone. How about the Germans? I don't believe the Germans have much... Yeah, no, they don't have anything either. But the Russians definitely... Yeah, definitely. Not so much with Eastern Asia, but more with, obviously, Europe. Because they just witnessed that invasion there. And Turkey should probably have a lot more hatred towards Russia, but I guess not. Turkey's okay with what's happened for the most part. See, the Philippines could make things interesting for the USA, but I don't know. The Japanese allied to the British. Still pretty smart choice, but I don't know how much the British are really going to help between a Russian war. I mean, do the British even have a border with the Russians? Technically, no. Afghanistan cuts off British India. I mean, there might be an island or two someplace, but I don't really know how the British would be able to help the Japanese that much. The Japanese still need to ally to the Germans if they can. The Germans have just stuck with their alliance with Spain, I guess. And they're just using that. Who's Thailand allied to? Nobody. Okay. Truce. They've got a truce up with a few of these Southeast Asian nations. Interesting. Surprised these guys are still around too. Oh, they're allied to the Netherlands. That's why. Well, still, at least Japan got up an alliance, so that's a start for them. And then I don't know what's going to happen within this region. Technically, Russia could just walk through and just eat all this stuff up, but the British are not too far behind. If the British continue to gain land, then they could have success in maybe pulling out a victory in Europe, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.